Going live. All right. It says we're live. So, welcome from the crossroads of America. This is the 1 hour talk show, Shooting with Disabilities, but we also talk guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. If you will answer questions, just put them in the chat or email me at rickslife as I see it at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. I have a Patreon page, PayPal, and all that other good stuff in the info section below. Let's see. I mean, I know I've just started, but we've got Tactical FUD, Kingpin, Raphael in the chat so far. And at the moment, I've got on my panel, we have New York Outcast, but he had to step out for a minute. And we've got Squibload. So how you doing, Squib?
I'm okay.
All right. So while we're waiting for people to show up, come back in, I just what was I going to say? Oh damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I went out and the what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, sighted in my scope. I had a God, I'm getting older. I'm having my brain's not working right. Yeah, so I sighted in my scope there on my AR-15, and it's pretty. I mean, for a cheap ass scope, that was given to me, it was it worked pretty good. I got it sighted in. Didn't take me long, but of course, since I had 2 magazines on me, of course I'm going to shoot them. I had it sighted in about 3 or 4 shots. Plus, my friend had a what do you call it? One of them bore things that you stick down the front of your gun, and you line it up that way. And I did that, and so it didn't take me long to get it going. So I was hitting the 8-inch still target at 130 yards. Smack on every time. So I quite impressed myself. So that's what I did. That when was that? Yesterday, Tuesday. But today, yesterday was up in the 60s, and now it's the temperature is dropping. We're waiting for we're not getting. Technically, I think it said we're not getting snow here. We're getting rain turning to ice. We're going to get about, I think they said about 3/4 inches of ice on the power lines and all that kind of good shit with this storm coming through. Oh, Defense Dad says, for some reason, I want a light beer tonight. Yeah. You're doing it for the taste or not being so filling? Yeah, so foresight, that's the word, Tactical FUD. No. Is there any response from roll call on your video there, Squib? Because I thought it was funny.
We were texting back and forth about whether or not his power was back on and how much snow they had out there compared to over here. And I asked if he'd seen my video, and said no. So then later he texted LOL. So I'm guessing he saw it. But
Yeah.
I used to drink light beer back in the day. I don't anymore, although I think I will have one for him, or maybe just for other reasons. Yeah, there's a lot of great commercials out there from back in the day. And originally, just the first thing that come to mind was the Back to the Future reference, where Biff is he just helps himself to McFly's fridge, and
Yeah.
he wrecks his car. He's like, "I have your car towed back to your house, and all you got for me is light beer." So, and then I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to splice in a couple old commercials. So I found two old commercials that I hadn't seen in a long time, and just worked it in there. Thought it would be just a little bit funny, but I've been getting some pretty positive responses. So other people found it funny, or just yeah, they won't make commercials like that anymore. They'll say, "Oh, those women were exploited." It's like,
Oh yeah.
sure, look at how much they got paid, and everything is fake. They can make it look like they're really having a cat fight or doing something else, but you know how fake everything is in Hollywood. So in reality, that's not what the experience was like for them. And who knows if it helped their career, if they got an acting gig after that, or modeling gig, or because they were probably already models trying to get into acting or something. But somebody out there will say, "Oh, they were exploited." Like, are you kidding? This was a funny commercial. Makes you want to go buy a beer.
Yeah. I agree with you. Oh yeah. I mean, that kind of commercial wouldn't be allowed today whatsoever. You know. So anyway, I thought it was funny. I laughed. Uh, oh God. Anyway, where are we at? Stacy said we've had rain, sleet, and snow. I left work 2 hours early. Yeah. Well, nice to be able to leave work early. You know. Mind you, I listen to me. I don't work, so what the hell have I got to say? I went out and done my shopping this morning. Stopped off at the diner. Come home. I'm sitting in the house. I don't go to the diner now. Tuesdays and Thursdays. I've cut Tuesdays and Thursdays out of my thing. Save $20. Now, I mean, if I spend that much, but So I mean, like today, I had ham steak, fried potatoes, and you could have had beans, but I had coleslaw and an iced tea, and that cost me. What did that cost me? Damn, I forgot what it cost me now. It was less than $10. I know that much. So let's see if I can. Let's see if it's on my phone. Did it? Because I normally have everything sent to my phone. Nope. Yep, I did. I paid with plastic. $9.32 that cost me. And I had $1 in my pocket, so I left that as a tip. So basically $10, which I didn't think was bad. It sat there for I got in there at 9:30, left there at 11:30. So sat there and just BS'd all that time. So oh, okay. New York is going to be late if he makes it. I was driving to get our daughter from work and ran into a problem with the truck, so he has to come save me. He is your hero. He's our hero too. So you might be on your own tonight. There's Squib. So I'm reading I'm trying to read the chat and talk at the same time, and the older I get, the harder I find it. Yeah. That means I'm going senile. Yeah, my My birthday's in 5 days. I think it's 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it is. My birthday's in 5 days, so I'm officially an old man in 5 days. That's the way I look at it. Oh well. Oh for let people know, my back still hurts like hell. My doctor, I said I go for I was meant to go. Mind you, the earliest they could fit me in for my MRI, is that what you call it, is next week. So see what it is. But I'm saying my doctor says he thinks it might have got worse, but personally I don't. I personally think is the medication I'm on for the pain. I have been on it for damn. Let's see. I got disabled in 2015. I think it was when I had my accident. I think it was November 2015. It was the day after Thanksgiving in 2015. And I've been on the same medication all this time. I got a feeling my body, it's become sort of immune to it. So I think he's going to have to increase it. So that's personally what I think it is. But I am no doctor, so I don't want to be accused of giving out misinformation. But I mean, like yesterday when I was shooting, I'm sitting down at a table at my friend's place, and I can sit there and lean forward and shoot and stuff, but I did have to stop every sort of like 10, 12 rounds. I shot. Oh, excuse me. Where'd that come from? And sit back up, straighten up, and stretch my back before I can carry on. So it's a pain in the ass, but I can live. Yeah, but I was, mind you, I'm glad there wasn't. I shouldn't say it. No, I can't say it on here because somebody might be recording me. Because every time I hit that target at 130 yards, I said, "There drops another one." So I won't say what I was dropping, but yeah, Mystic Guns. Yeah, I built up a tolerance to the meds. That's what I personally think it is. So, I mean, like, I'm actually for my back, and I've told you all before, I'm on, I can never pronounce it right. Capapentin? Is that, so, anyway, that's what I'm on. But I'm on, is it 900? I was on 900. Yeah, I was on 900, 300 milligrams. Yeah, 300 milligrams 3 times a day. So that's 900. He's increased me up to 1,200 right now. And it's only been a week, so maybe it hasn't kicked in yet. I don't know. But I don't know what's the maximum you can have on that stuff. But that's where I'm at. But then I'm on I mean, I don't know if it's meant to be a painkiller or whatever, but then I'm on hydrochloroquine for the arthritis, and sometimes I think I become tolerant to that. My body's become tolerant to that too, because sometimes my hands hurt so bad. I'm thinking, why in the hell am I taking this stuff? It don't seem to be working. So I don't know. So, but I managed to shoot yesterday without too much. Besides my back, my hands were working. But then again, yesterday, you would have thought it was spring. It was about 60 degrees out here yesterday. It was nice. So my hands weren't hurting that bad and stuff. So, I was I was having a good time, really. But today I hurt and ache all over, and because that's a change in the temperature, the asthma, the atmospheric, I think that's how you pronounce it, pressure affects my joints. So but it's just something, I don't know. Should we have operations and take tons of meds? I mean, because as you get older, your body wears out or wears down, you know. But shouldn't we be allowed? I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know how I'm saying it right. But shouldn't we live pain free no matter what age we get to? Just a thought I had. Or is that just the price you pay for getting old? I mean, I know there's people who are older than I am who are still fit and can still do all kinds of shit, but it comes down to what we talk about here, choices. I mean, I'm overweight and stuff like that, which doesn't help my situation much, you know? So I don't know. It's it's a tough one, I think. But anyway, I was hoping well, I think we might have lost New York Outcast for most of the show here because he's out helping with a broken down truck. But I was going to bring up besides my shooting, and I did yesterday. So I sat in front of the television last night and cleaned my AR-15 and you know spraying it down with my ballistol. God, I love the smell of that stuff. I don't know what it is. It just smells great to me. And so I'm cleaning it. And what I have a bad habit of doing when I clean my firearms is I don't wear gloves, you know, on my hands. And really I should, I guess, with all that gunpowder grease and oil and all kinds of shit that's all over it. No, because I'm sure with my hands I rub my, it's under my nose or scratch my face or something, you know. So I missed Tactical Fud said mine comes from holding my beer and watch this back in the day. Oh yeah, I had days like that too. So but anyway, I guess I should wear gloves, but I don't. And so there I am. I'm cleaning away there, and I mean, I've gone up to using a bore snake now. Before I would use and I still use it like when I still use it when I clean certain things. The old rod, jamming it down the barrel. Well, not literally jamming it, but using it down the barrel most of the time. But for the AR-15, it's I just use the bore snake. I just find it easier, you know. So, but I got it. I got it. I'm getting better at taking it apart, putting it together. I remember I was on here and telling you that I'm having trouble putting the bolt carrier and charging handle back in. Now I can do it blindfolded. Just slip it right in, no problem. But which I was laughing about that to myself last night. That's another sign I'm going crazy. I was laughing to myself when I was putting the boat carrier back in, thinking how I thought this was never, that there was something wrong with this firearm because I couldn't get it in there. But I don't know. I mean, I have, mind you, I haven't busted the boat carrier all the way down like I did when I first got it. I mean, I took it all the way down, but it's it doesn't get a lot of carbon buildup on it, really. 'Cause I don't shoot it enough. I mean, like yesterday, I shot 60 rounds. That was it. To mind you, one, I don't have that, I don't have any primers to reload 223, and I've been holding off buying it. I bought some, but I've holding off buying a bunch of it because I'm hoping to find some primers. So I'm in a catch-22, but it looks like I'm going to have to buy some 22. I can get 223s no problem now in this area, but I can't find primers, for love or money still in this particular area where I live. Which is a shame because I got hundreds of brass here, and I got bags and bags of it. Not only bags, I've got my plastic containers full of them ready to use. Well, some of this I got to clean, but I reckon I could go through 500 primers easy with what I got here ready to reload. So, do you have the dies for 223? Yes, I do. I mean, I've got the dies. I've got the powder. I've got the brass. I got to get some more bullets. I'm running low on bullets too. And but primers is the main thing. It depends on how you look at things. Shooting 60 rounds for accuracy takes a while. 60 rounds just to shoot goes fast. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I sighted in that my scope yesterday. And it only took me what? I said 3 or 4, maybe it was 4 or 5 rounds to get it sighted into where I wanted it. After that, I was shooting at the 130 yard, 100 yard. I even shot down to 25 yards, and went to 75. He's got his range set up quite nicely now, and I was shooting at it, taking my time. I wasn't wasting shots, but it was, I had fun, but I'm not, I've got it sighted in. I can hit a target, 8-inch still target at 130 yards with that scope on there, no problem. The only reason I haven't gone further is because we don't have a target that far out. He's only got enough room to go maybe back another 10 yards, maybe 15 yards at the most. But that means he's got to, because we're shooting into for lack of a better word, a cliff, because we're shooting at the back of at the side of I wouldn't call it a mountain, but it's bigger than a hill, but it's rock. And it's got to be, I don't know, if you stood at the bottom of it and looked up, it's got to be 30 or 40 foot high, if not higher. And to go, I mean, the 130 yard, luckily where we're sit, we're lower down than the rock. So he's got the 130 yards sitting sort of up a little on one of the there's sort of like a little ledge that where he's got it sitting at 130 yards. So we can go back maybe another 15 yards, but it'll be slightly higher. So that's about as far as we can go in his yard, you know. Yeah, so I mean, tactical FUD. RCBS, if you buy the dies, they will give you 1,000 primers. Sean Pronery, I typically zero in to do the square. When you go 5 clicks up group, 5 left group, 5 down group, 5 right, and see if you land in your original group, you zero that. Really good way to make sure your mounting is solid. Yeah. I mean, but what I'm saying is, well, I'm shooting. I'm not going for precision shooting per se. I'm in no competition, but I figured if I can hit the an 8-inch steel plate at 130 yards, I mean, if I use my AR-15 for hunting, I can, get a feral hog or a deer or something with it, no problem, And if the the shit hits the fan scenario, zombie attacking, you know, I can hit them too, So I mean that's what I'm going for. Yeah, mind you, that's what I was saying to my friend yesterday. That I said I didn't, like Defense Dad says here. If I go shooting with a buddy and shoot the dueling tree with the AR and blow through ammo, yeah. But what I was saying, what we need to get is I said, what we need to put up the back there at 130 yards, 140 yards, or whatever, is we need some sort of moving target. One of the ones that swing back and forth or goes from one side. Well, be back, either swings like a pendulum or slides along back and forth either way. But then again, to do that, you'd have to run power out there somehow, you know? So I don't know. So that's what I got up to yesterday. I said I cleaned the firearm last night. Got it sitting back there on my R&L display. I got it on the table mount because that's when I cleaned it. I just stuck it on there, but the wall mount is hanging up behind it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but it's is it there? Let me have a look. Can we see it? It's all right. My computer's freezing on me. Oh, damn it. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can barely see just above the, just behind the scope here. That's the wall mount. So, yeah. So, R&L displays, American made. And when you get to checkout, type in Rick's Life is one of the discount codes and get 15% off. So, yeah, pauper is fine, but you have to go out there and reset it. Yeah, I don't want to keep walking 100 over 100 yards. Well, it'll be over 200 yards time you walk there and then walk back to reset something. But what I was thinking, couldn't you get something motorized to swing back and either swing back and forth like a pendulum or slide from side to side with some sort of electric motor running off of solar? You know, like an electric fence just has a little its own solar panel that charges it up. Couldn't you do that with something like that? You know, I was just curious. Yeah, Gizzard Gary's here. Yes, today's the second. Every second matters. Yes, I was carrying open today. Down when I went to the dollar store, then to the diner. Had it on. Now I always wear it. I normally always wear it on my hip anyway. But normally it's under my shirt. But all I do this time is sort of like tuck my shirt in on that side, tight thing or raised for people can see that it's there. You know, nobody says anything because people around here are used to firearms. But I do my part. You know, and talking about that, the Georgia. What am I thinking of Georgia? The Indiana Senate Majority Leader, who's a Republican in name only, sent the constitutional carry bill to this committee where they all died. So that's what's happened to ours. So we ain't going to get constitutional carry this year, unless by some miracle somebody demands it to be pulled out. But I don't think that's going to happen. You know. So. But yeah. So but like here in Indiana, long as you've got your pistol permit, you can carry open. But you got to have the pistol permit to do it for you. That way you can either carry concealed or open. Because it's not a concealed carry permit here. It's just a regular pistol permit. Plus it's free. This is the asinine thing. The goddamn carry permit for the 5-year one is free. And oh damn, what's happening now? My camera's back on. What in the hell did I do? Hit the wrong button. I forgot where I was at now, but oh yeah, the carry permit. Yeah, Indiana offers a lifetime pistol permit, and that costs you $75 for a lifetime. But the other one's free. Well, the way I'm looking at it, at my age, you know, am I going to get my $75 worth now when I can just keep renewing every 5 years for free? So, I don't know. So why they are fighting constitutional carry here in the state doesn't make sense to me. It's political, is what it is. Yes, Sean. that's yeah, it does. And more like that's why they're doing it. So, oh well, I called up my senator and my state representative and my state senator when this first came out to tell them to vote for it. We won it, but I guess not enough people. Either not enough people in this state called in, or the politicians just did what they wanted to do anyway. Didn't matter what we wanted. I don't know. But hell, maybe they'll try again next year. I don't know. Just a shame. I mean, 21 other states have done it without any issues. So, and of course, that's the typical talking point. Oh my God, crime's going up, mass murder in the streets. You know, but none of that happens. So, but well, hey, I'm preaching to the choir here, so I just might as well move on to some other topic. You know. Oh, before we went live, I was talking to New York Outcast was here before he got his emergency phone call, and he was talking about him working in all weathers and stuff. And I said, "How are you getting supplies?" He says, "Well, there's some supplies he has to work at, but normally he goes around and finds what he needs." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Pretty soon, though, I said pretty soon these companies are going to tell you that it's going to be even longer delays now because of the truckers up in Canada." you know. So of course, Squib wanted to talk about that subject. Exactly what he's wants to say about it, I'm not sure. But really, anything the truckers in Canada should have no effect on us. And I agree. But I'm saying these big corporations will use that as an excuse. Like some oil refinery down in Texas catches fire, all of a sudden the gas all over the country goes up. Like that's the only oil refinery in the country that makes gas. It's just a way to make money. So I don't know. I'm just annoyed with it all. Good news on reloading supplies on the horizon. We covered this on my show Saturday. There is a company in Texas starting up this year solely making primers. They give us a third mainstream option. Yes, and I happened to mention that on my Saturday show too. And I didn't get much of a response from anybody, unfortunately. I thought it was good news. But some people said one more company ain't going to make a big difference. And there's plenty of companies out there selling primers. So I think that, I don't know. I'm not, all I know is in this part of Indiana, you cannot get primers for love or money. And I'm not, and you all know this, I cannot afford to order, 5,000-10,000 primers and pay a few $100s to have them mailed to me, shipped to me. I don't have that kind of cash to spare. And I don't want to hear, pay once, cry once bullshit. Unfortunately, I live from paycheck to paycheck. Through choices that I made during my life, And that's why I'm in the situation I'm in now. So, sometimes when payday's a few days away, $20 becomes a lot of money. When I get my paycheck, $20 ain't a lot. But as the month goes along, every penny counts. So I'm trying to be a good boy and budget myself. Right, I get paid this coming Friday. And I've actually still got money left. So, see, I'm working on it. I even got money in a saving account. So, I'm just hoping I can keep it going. Yeah, it would be good I think it'd be good if they can get this primers made and get them start shipping. I heard they hope they start rolling them out, in April, May time, primers. So I hope that happens. To me, I like CCI primers, but at the moment, I'll take anything I can get. Now, I said the only primer I've ever used are CCI and Winchester, and I think that's all I've used. I did use a I'm trying to think who made it, but I think it was made for Military 556 or something. One I had one time. So, so that's where we're at. Yeah. What's time? 7:42. My God. I'm talking away here. Time's flying by. Yeah. So where was I? Oh, I tell you what did happen was I don't know if I did something wrong in my reloading process, but I said I took 230 round magazines with me, but on the second magazine, when I slammed, I know that's not, I didn't slam it, but when I put in the second magazine, pulled back the charging handle, pulled the trigger, nothing happened. My friend said, did you charge? Did you put one in? I said, yeah, I did. So I pulled back the charging handle again, and I wasn't going to let go of it. I was just seeing what was happening. And I could see that there was one in the barrel, in the chamber. So I dropped the magazine out. The one fell out, then the one in the chamber fell out, and the one I'm not sure if it was the second one or the first one, but they were both on the table when I picked them up, and one of them, the bullet had shoved itself. I don't have it here on the table, but shoved itself back inside the brass casing. Now was that my reloading, or was the pressure from the second? I think it must have been the second one, or something, or that made it jam itself like that. I don't know. So technically, I only fired 59 rounds yesterday, not 60. So I'm not sure what I did there. I got to research it. But we're yeah. So I got it in the. What in the hell did I do with it? Have I got it in here, or is it in the other room? I'm thinking, it's in the other room, because I'm going to try to get the bullet out of it by using my bullet puller. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to try. So, might as well save the bullet, if I can, and reuse the bullet and the brass. Actually, and the primer, because the primer's too good. So I could reload that one. So, yeah. So I got to get, so actually besides needing primers, I do need bullets. I think I've only got about 100 left of 223, I believe. So I got to buy some more bullets and try to get hold of some primers. I was thinking of going down to gun stores next week just for something to do and see if any of them got primers. I know I could call them up, save myself a trip, but it's a nice it's nice to go around the gun store, see what's out there. Defense Dad, I go back to the range to test the SAR 9. Is that how you pronounce it? Or SAR 9? SAR 9? Some more this week. So far, I like it. Okay. Oh, I noticed that I've forgotten the hell what I was looking at. Well, it's totally gone what I was going to talk about. I had something to do with a firearm, but it's gone. If it comes back to me before the end of the show, I'll bring it back up. But I can't think what that was. Nope. It's gone. Oh, well. Never mind. I might go. I mean, it's going to be cold for the next few days, but if it warms up next week, I'll go back and won't shoot the AR, but I'll shoot my single action army, I think, and of course my 380. And I'm debating whether to shoot my 1911 or, and I haven't shot it in Jesus. I've been here 3 years now, and I don't think I shot it. Hell, 6-7 months before I left Rhode Island, so it's almost 4 years. Is my Taurus Model 85, my 38 Special. So I think we still have a $3 limit on primers. Well, that's nice if you can. I mean, hey, right now, I would take it for just 3 boxes. So yeah, so it's been nearly 3.5 years since I've shot my 38 Special, and the last time I shot it, I remember I got it, and why I bought it, I think it was on special or something. Anyway, I got it. And I've had no trouble with that Taurus whatsoever. I mean, it works great, looks good, But I remember what I done was it came with rubber grip on it, and I took that off and put nice wooden grips on it. And I still got them. I said it looked great. It felt good in my hand. Took it down the range, and I pulled the trigger on that thing, and oh my God, I felt like I hit something with a sledgehammer and hit it wrong, and it vibrated up my arms. I thought, Jesus Christ. So I went back to, so I put the rubber grips back on, and I haven't used it since I put the rubber grips back on, So I decided I didn't like them. The wooden ones look nice, but damn, I wouldn't want to shoot this damn thing. So, and that's what I was thinking. Either I'm a wuss, which I know most of you might say I am, but when you hear people say, these old timers, get a 38 special for the woman, for the little woman. That's a snappy little goddamn gun to give to a woman. That's what that's what I was thinking from my experience of shooting the damn thing. I wouldn't like it as a first. If I shot that as my first gun, I don't know if I would have stayed. I don't know. I'm more than I would because I wanted to get into it, but I would have been worried. I would have, I don't know, be more apprehensive on what I have shoot. I mean, of course, I started off, and then as everybody knows, unless there's new people here, I started off with an instructor because I had no clue anything about guns when I started. What was it, 5-6 years ago? And so I went to an instructor, and she started me off on a 22. But by the end of my first lesson was an hour and a half long, and I didn't have to supply anything. She supplied the she paid, mind you, the course. I mean, for an hour and a half with her, I think it was something like this 6 years ago. I think it was something like $150. But of course, she paid for the range time. She paid for the ammo using her firearms. She supplied hearing protection, eye protection. All I had to do was bring myself, But by the end of the hour and a half, I was actually shooting her 1911 45 ACP. So I'm glad I went that route. No. Then I had another lesson with her before I decided to buy a 45 ACP as my first carry gun. And right or wrong, I chose the M&P, 45 full size. And I carried that thing for years. I carried that thing until I got hold of my M&P Performance Center 380 pimp gun. I pulled that out yesterday when I was at my friend's because I took it out because we were talking about something, and I pulled it out, and I was saying something about it. I said, I love this little gun, and he said that is a nice he said that's a nice looking gun. I said, yeah. I said I call it my pimp gun because of the gold on it and stuff. But it is a sweet firearm, 380. Now, question is, do I upgrade and get the reason I went for the 380 was because of the recoil factor and pulling the slide with the arthritis and stuff. Especially during the winter months is when it's the worst, and but do I upgrade to the new ammo that Smith & Wesson come out with? Was it the 38 Super or whatever they call it? Which is meant to be between a 380 and a 9mm, Because I think, like right here, I've got Spear Go Dot, 90 grain hollow points that I can use for personal protection. To me, that's a damn good bullet, So I don't know. Put it this way: I'm comfortable carrying a thinking a 380 will work for me. You know, I don't know. I mean, I've been reading a lot of stories and listening to a lot of shit. I mean, people now, I mean, I'm not saying that nowadays, it's always been this way, but the human body can soak up a lot of pain. Plus, I've read somewhere on some gun forum or magazine or something that 75% of shooting victims survive. After you've shot them and you stop the threat, they survive. So, what I'm thinking is, you know, we hear everybody say, if I can't get them with six, I might as well not carry. You know, six might not be enough to stop them, especially if they're crazed out on drugs or something like that. They're just going to soak that up and keep on coming. If they're shooting at you or trying to kill you with a gun or a knife or whatever. So, but is my 380 enough to stop them? I think it is with if you buy good ammo. It's just to me on some of the ballistics, the 380 is not that far behind 9mm on some of the good stuff. Yeah, 30 super carry. That's the new ammo. So, Patriot in the dark, how you doing?
Well, good evening. I was just shoveling up to my knees
Oh, you got snow there in Michigan?
a bit. Yeah, yeah. I had drifts over my knees, but
Oh,
hey,
okay. All right.
psh,
But,
so not really.
so, all right. It's hey, I spent Squib's here, but he's at work, so he hasn't been able to speak much. He might say that I haven't given him a chance because I haven't shut up for the whole hour. But all he's got to do is jump in. But anyway, he's at work, so I know that he can't just stop and talk whenever he wants to. So I've been waffling on for an hour.
About
You know?
what? I missed it.
Yes, you did. You have to go back and listen to
Late
it.
to the show.
I talked from everything from sighting in my AR-15 to shooting a 38 special to 380. Well, you heard the last bit. Was talking about my 380, but I'm just talking in general about me, you know, and what's happening and everything else. But that was about it. So, have you found your daughter a case for a shotgun?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. I'm kind of torn since it's over under. The I think the norm is what I've found is a lot of ones where you actually store them broken down. So they're separate,
Oh yeah,
which is actually, I think, might be nicer for her because she'll be able to, whatever she's riding in, she'll be able to store it
yeah,
instead of a longer case. But I mean, the shotgun's only 40 some inches. The barrel's 28 inches. So whatever
yeah,
that is. So I mean,
yeah,
it's not that long anyway. But for her to maneuver and stuff, I mean, she's 5'3", I guess. So she's tall, so she can carry stuff, and she has no problem with the weight. It's just that's what I've been finding. And if you go for any of the normal ones that come up, they're anywhere from two to way up. But she's just got a Mossberg, so it's not like she needs anything super fancy, and I don't really want her to. As long as it protects it, that's all I'm caring about. And I found some that were under $100 or whatever, but price isn't really the thing as long as it protects it, and
yeah,
you know
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, walk it in, pull it out, sort of like a attache case, opening it up, putting their gun together. It should look kind
Yeah,
of
it's
cool.
most of them have spots for the chokes and stuff, which
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up doing a video. I probably mentioned that when I got it home and we went through it, it was missing 2 of the 5 chokes, so
Yes, and
there's
you called
nothing
them
in the
up and they were
barrel.
going to send them to you.
Yeah, yeah. So that was pretty amazing because I called it that gun shop. That's not one I usually go to, and it's been around since the 70s. It's a old place, and they have pretty much everything. They've got 20, $30,000 rifles and stuff in there, so they've got a big selection. But that was the only one they had. And when I called them, they're like, "Oh, you got to call the manufacturer." Which, whatever. I mean, it ain't no big deal. It wasn't no sweat, but I was impressed with Mossberg to say, "Oh yeah, we'll look it up," because they didn't. I had her tell me what choke she had of the 5, so I let them know, and they said they'd ship them out. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so she starts February 10th, and should be interesting.
Yes.
I'm excited about it. So
Yeah.
she's
Yeah. I think she'll enjoy it. You know. So.
yeah, and
All right.
more I mess with the shotgun, I really like it.
Yeah.
The weight of it and everything, and it's really clean, smooth looking and stuff. So
Well, that's good. That's good. So, have you taken her out to shoot it yet?
no, I can't. I'm not going to do that until I get the chokes, because the chokes are just happen to be the one of them is one that she needs,
Oh, okay.
and the
All
other
right.
chokes are full chokes or whatever. So it's really tight, and I don't want her to. Yeah, for
Yeah.
speed, I guess you use the wide open one. I guess. Like I said, I've never messed with chokes that much, but
Okay.
and
Yeah.
that's
No
the other
problem.
thing I got to check and see what I know. They probably say to oil the threads, but I don't know if they use anti-seize or anything where so you can take them in and out. If it's because they're really fine threads on them, so I got to find out that. But I'm sure Squib would know, but he's probably eating his sandwich or
Yeah.
got handfuls of grease.
So I'm just writing down what you call it that I want to talk about on Saturday. I want to talk about silencers. On okay, I was reading about the Silencer and Co. the company or whatever you call silencing, whatever it's called. They've come up with a new one, a silencer that can be used anything from a 22 to I don't know 454. You know,
Yeah,
oh,
it's just going to be a very generic.
but
It's obviously the smaller calibers aren't going to be suppressed as much. So.
well, see, it has attachments to it that take care of that situation.
Oh man,
You know, it's sort of modular. You know, the way I was reading up, but where I was going is $1,100 for it too, right?
mm-hmm.
But where the question I have, and I don't really want to talk about it now, but because the more I take forever, um, is they say it can fit on any firearm, any pistol, and it doesn't even have to be a threaded barrel. They have a special kit that goes on your, and I'm not sure, something with piston or something it's called, or I'm not exactly sure, but it seems. I thought, well, damn, that sounds even more enticing. I got to read up on it some more.
Yeah.
But it's a special. I don't know how it works, but you put it in the end of I guess you put it on the end of your barrel and somehow I don't know how it works. I have to read up on it. So
Super
anyway,
glue.
that's what I want to talk about on
You
Saturday.
probably just use super glue.
Yeah. So, but I've always, I mean, what brought it up was not so much on the handgun, but I want one for my AR-15. You know, to dull it down some. You know, because I don't give a shit what anybody says. An AR-15 is loud. When that thing goes off, you know you shot it. You know, even with hearing protection, you know you shot it. So I just wanted it down to a manageable level. You know, mind you, I enjoy shooting it. It ain't gonna. I mean, if I never get one, it ain't gonna stop me from shooting it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the hero has returned.
Hey. Sorry about that. Had to go play Rescue Ranger.
I know. We know all about it.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah, she told us
Oh, yeah?
that you were her hero. You came out to save her.
Yeah. That's the job.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah. So I'm glad you made it back, but I'm just about ready to wind up. You know,
I figured that much. So
yeah.
I figured you probably an hour and a half. So
yeah,
thought I might have a little time, but no big. You don't have.
Patriot only just dropped in too. He was late too.
Ah.
So and Squib's been working, so he hasn't said a lot. He might say that I've given him. I haven't stopped, for he can talk. You know, because I have been rambling for the last hour.
I hope he didn't fall off the roof.
Well,
it's pretty windy out there.
Well, the snow would save him, wouldn't it?
He's hiding on the roof again.
If he fell off the roof, the deep snow might help his fall.
No, you know, he's at a shop. He's probably the one that ends up having to shovel because everybody else is lazy. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even have a car, and I shoveled my driveway.
Yeah, it's good citizens do that.
We don't have no snow here. All we're getting is ice, according to the forecast.
Yeah, there was probably only a couple inches this morning, but by the time I got out there, my end of my driveway was over my knee.
No, all we've had today is rain. But the weather, the advisory that they keep showing up on my phone, I think it's after 1 a.m. this morning or tomorrow morning or whatever tonight, it's changing over to ice. So the warning is from 1 a.m. I think it is to 7 a.m. You know. So.
Well, our local district canceled school yesterday for today at 5 o'clock. It's like they weren't even, you know. It hasn't even started. I mean, it didn't even start raining until later. Oh yeah, we're closed. And then I got a message this morning. They closed tomorrow too. It's like a bunch of wimps.
Yeah, school teachers.
Sissies.
School teachers now cancel for anything. You know. So.
I was surprised on how many local businesses were closed. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, back roads, I guess, are, but there was my parents were out and they said like Menards and all sorts of the big stores were closed.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah. Sucks that they close them so early. You know, it kind of seems like they want the day off or something, because a lot of times they'll say it's going to be so horrible. You wake up the next day and you barely got a dusting. Sometimes, you know, to bet the farm
one of these days
the weather report is crazy.
You know, I guess one of these days they'll get it right.
I got it right this morning. I mean, it was. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it's still snowing. So it was wet.
Yeah. Now, strange thing is, up there where Rocole lives, right? He's here in the same state I am, but he is completely the opposite end. You know, he's he's a good 2.5 hour ride from where he's got to be well over 100 miles, if not more, from where I'm at. And he put a video out this afternoon. There must be a foot of snow already up there where he's at, and all we got here is rain. So it's amazing. What I'm saying is, in the same state, the difference, in
Oh,
weather,
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm in southern Indiana, so if you go along, the when you're looking at a map, what you call it, and you just follow it along. I mean, we're even with the southern states, so you know what I'm saying. So we're definitely going to be warmer down here. So anyway, what in the hell do I know? Okay, I'm getting out of here, guys. It's 8:12. I'm hungry. I'm gonna put frozen pizza in and eat that, and then call it. Watch something on the watch some YouTube, maybe. I don't know.
You eat the whole pizza, or you?
Yeah, I only buy. I don't. Yeah, I don't buy humongous ones. They're 10-inch. I think it's a 10-inch. So about a big, Yeah, bigger than the 8-inch target I shot at.
Been eating salad.
What, with my pizza? I got a combination pizza. It has peppers and stuff on it. So that's close as you're going to get in a salad.
Mm.
Yeah.
So just that one last week, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Supposedly.
Were you here when I was telling them about my breakfast I had today down at Deb's?
No.
I had ham steak, fried potatoes, and it came with beans, but I took I swapped that out for coleslaw. And I had a 16-ounce glass of iced tea. $9.56, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah,
it still holds true. Your ass
went up.
backwards. I would have swapped the coleslaw for the beans personally, but
well, I wouldn't have eaten the beans, so I might as well eat something that I like. You know what I'm saying?
Scared of a little bean, huh?
Now, there's only certain kinds of beans that I'll eat. These were what you call it, beans. I don't like them. I know that much.
Like baked beans?
No, it wasn't baked beans.
Okay.
And it wasn't green beans. It was
lima beans.
It looked like lima beans, but it wasn't lima beans. It was, I can't think of the name of them now, but it's a bean I don't eat. That's all we need to know.
Garbanzo beans.
So anyway, let me. Squib hasn't said much, but I'll ask him if he's got any plugs or shout outs that he has. Anything, Squib? I didn't hear you, but okay, you just barely hear. Your volume's very low there, but okay, no problem. All right, Patriot in the dark. You got anything?
Probably not. I've got a video I'll probably release tomorrow or tonight or something, and it has something from Rob included in the video, and he doesn't even know. He's like shocked, I'm sure.
Okay.
So you might want to check it out.
Yeah. As long as you going to have a Miller Lite in it?
No, I don't.
Oh, you haven't seen? You see Squid's video?
I haven't been around today.
Oh.
I've been with my daughter.
Okay.
Daughter time doesn't include YouTube and all that stuff. Of course, where am I at right now? So whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. New York Outcast, you got anything?
Just definitely check out Scrib's video. I did catch that earlier.
Oh, you did.
And
Very
actually
funny.
had to replay it for the lady, and she got a pretty good laugh out of it. So,
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
yeah, roll
Yeah.
call should know better than to bring light beer online like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I bring your car home, and all you got for me is a light beer.
not tow your car all the way home.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tow your car. Yeah, from the movie. I like the two girls, but as we were saying, the two girls wrestling. They wouldn't allow a commercial like that today.
Don't spoil the whole thing for it. Yeah,
but they wouldn't allow a commercial like that today.
Good.
You know?
I was rooting for the brunette. I don't know if it matters, but yeah. Other than that, obviously check out Patriot. He's got some good quotes and stuff he throws up, so you definitely want to be subscribed to him. But if you're here, you probably are. And obviously R&L Displays that support your firearms so they don't become upset and violent and
I mentioned them earlier in my show tonight.
Cool. Thank you.
And as I was saying, if you look behind me, mine is on the table stand because that's where I put it when I cleaned it last night. And you can see the wall mount behind it.
It looks appreciated and loved.
Yeah, and use Rick's Life at checkout, and you get 15% discount. So there you go. So I want to say thank you to everybody for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. And I will be back on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So with that, I'm going to say good evening, good night, and catch you later.
Bye, Sabrina.
Eat a salad.
Roll away the dew.